Welcome to this week's episode of We Don't Know Either podcast, where we have no fucking idea what we're going to talk about. We really don't. I mean, there's so much going on in the world today.
I know.
Bazinga.
I have no idea.
But I did beat Thunder Blight Ganon in Breath of the Wild. Woo. I'm fighting him for like a week.
Is that
now.
like beating your Wonder Wand?
No. You're such an idiot.
Why am I an idiot?
I'm very proud of myself. I never play video games. And I actually really like Zelda.
What are you playing on? The Switch? The Switch?
The Switch, yeah.
Hmm.
But now I can go after Calamity Ganon, and that's when I win the game. But I want to get more shrines and stuff first.
Nope. It's like, did you hear it?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Trying to share it. I've done this new thing where I just put it on, you can get out of there. You can
Out of
put
my
links
office?
on, you could put links up. I'll paste. You could put links up on Snapchat now. So yeah, so I put it on the Snapchat and then I send it to the story, the public story, and then a bunch of different people.
You're useless.
You're like tits on a U.
God, my tits hurt so bad today. I don't know why.
What?
No, because I'm like
What?
ready to get. No, I got to get a mammogram next week.
What?
I
What?
have to get a mammogram
What is that?
where they squeeze your boob in this machine and take an X-ray to look for breast cancer. October is breast cancer awareness month.
But why would squeezing your tit be checking for breast cancer?
Well, they gotta squeeze it so they can get a good image. But I had
How? Wait! Whoa! Like how?
they're big. Okay, they gotta squeeze them.
But
so they
like,
can get a good X-ray.
so what happens if you got like A cups? Do they just
I
take
don't
a
know,
picture
I've
of you
never-
like a? Do they take a
never
picture of
had
you
A
like
cup.
a CAT scan?
I don't know. I've never had A cups. I got like huge fuckers. But
So like how
they
like how-
found something a year ago, so they've been monitoring it every 6 months. So
what did they find?
I don't know yet. They said if it's still there on Tuesday, then they're gonna biopsy it.
What do you mean biopsy?
They're gonna stick a needle in, take a chunk of it, look at it, and see if it's cancer.
Where?
It's right here.
Do they just take a needle? Do they cut you open or anything like that?
I don't know. I've never had a biopsy. I was assuming so. It's like an
Out of
in-office
everything
thing,
you've
so-
gone through, you've never had a biopsy.
Why would I need a biopsy? They never thought I had cancer until now.
I don't know. Do they don't biopsy anything else?
I don't know. Not for me. But yeah, so basically Tuesday I find out if it's cancer or not.
Out of all the shit you've been through, if cancer takes you out, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Well, and it's kind of like it's fucked up because
No,
if I didn't have Mitch and the kids, if it was breast cancer, I would just be like, you know what, I fought enough in my life. I'm not, but I kind of have to because of my kids and my husband. So it sucks because I'm gonna have to go through all this treatment if it is cancer that I really just don't have the energy to do. Thank you.
Anyway.
No.
Here comes
We'll
the
just
tits.
do our thing today. What? I was talking to what?
I said, here come the tits. I thought he was gonna bring you your fucking mommy milkers.
No, they're right here.
I love that you have pink and green, like kind of Christmas colors, but kind of askew.
This is vanilla, and
This
this is strawberry. Oh God, coffee smells so good. But yeah, they want to do an MRI, which I really don't want to do. Because I can't do MRIs. They terrify the fuck out of me.
Don't they have open MRIs though?
Even open MRIs. See, I have tomophobia, which is fear of medical procedures. So it's
I'm sorry. You have what?
tomophobia.
Is that not the fear of toes?
Toma.
Is that like a tomb? Tomophobia?
What the fuck, Mitch? I'm like, oh, fuck you.
Hey, we're doing a podcast, right?
I asked him if he would take her out, and he said, if you want to. And I didn't realize I wrote, can I take her out? But no, it's like
kind of special, aren't you?
I am. But like with the MRI, like I'm scared that it's going to break and crush me to death. So even an open MRI, I can't do.
What up, Beach? What up, Booby?
So
how? Like I don't.
Like, well, because it sucks. Because like,
but how would an open MRI crush you if?
Because an open MRI is like the machine looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm underneath this thing, and I'm scared this thing is going to go like that and kill me.
How?
I don't know.
Like 400 pounds of metal.
I also am terrified of bears, and I've never seen one, so. I can't even look at pictures. Don't put a picture up, I swear to God. But I have weird phobias. I mean, look at all
How are you scared of bears? You never even seen one.
Okay, so do you remember the show When Animals Attack from back in like the 80s and 90s? Yeah. I swear to God, don't put a picture of a bear up, please. Davey, I'm not kidding. Don't. Anyway, do you remember
what about the Chicago Bears? Are you scared of the emblem of the Chicago Bears?
Yes. Do you remember that show? Are you
really?
Do you remember that show?
Yes, I remember that show.
Okay. So we watched an episode, me and my brothers, where a bear like ripped a woman's window open and climbed into her house. And I had like a carport underneath my window. So my brothers climbed up on it with steak knives and was scraping at my window. So I thought a bear was trying to break in. I've been terrified ever since. I can't even see a picture. It like terrifies me.
I want to put. Listen, I wish I was a bigger dick because I would have put one of. I wanted to put the Chicago Bears. You really can't see the Chicago Bears one.
No.
Like, so what do you do if you're in Chicago? Just fucking turn your head?
I'm never in Chicago. Why would I go to Chicago willingly?
Why wouldn't you go to Chicago?
Because it's Chicago. I don't want to get shot.
Yeah,
but I went with my ex to, it was a gun store, and they had like a door open, and when they shut it, there was a picture of bear. I just dropped to the ground. I'm like, I need a gun. And they had to open the door. But no, like I scream. Like if it pops up on my phone, I'll chuck my phone. I am terrified.
How would a picture of a bear show up on your phone? Please explain this.
Like on my For You page or on Twitter or something like that.
So even on your For You page, if a bear comes up on your For You, oh God,
I can't. Like I'm like I can't talk about it anymore. Move on.
I want to send you TikToks of bears now.
I swear to God, I will drive down there and beat you to death.
You don't drive. You don't drive.
Will drive.
You drive shit. You don't drive nothing. Only thing you get to drive is your poor husband crazy. That's all you drive.
I can drive. I just don't.
You have a license where you are?
There's no record of me in the DMV. I've had a license. That's the crazy thing. Thank you, Amanda.
That's the crazy thing.
No,
listen, between your fear of bears and her inability to use her feet, this is just an atrocity waiting to happen.
I'm not scared of driving. I have MS, so my legs go numb, and I'm
Great.
worried that they're gonna go numb while I'm driving.
2 people whose feet don't work are gonna drive. Sounds like a fucking plan.
No, but I had my license in 2 different state or 3 different states, but there's no record of me ever having a license, a state ID, or anything like that.
In any state?
Hmm. So I can go get a license here and take the test over, which I'd have to rent a car because I can't. I'm not going to try to parallel park in a pickup. But I don't have a birth certificate because there's no record of my birth. So I can't do that either.
You are just. You're. I don't even know. I don't even know how to classify. You're not even. You're. You're not even a human right now.
I am human.
You are not a human.
How
You
am
have
I
no
not a
birth
human?
because you have no birth certificate. You have no driver's license. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. You came from somewhere in the East Coast. Like you are not a human being. You are a extraterrestrial.
Well, that's why I said technically I'm in the country illegally because the only, because I mean, they snuck me across the border back and forth, but I don't know. I don't know where I was born or anything like that. But I found out that it actually is very common in cults and with trafficking victims that were trafficked as young as babies. There's no record of their birth. And the only reason that a lot of them are finding out that they either have fraudulent birth certificates or none at all is because they
I almost got you. I almost.
No, it's a German Shepherd. Opie was
I
a
know,
German Shepherd.
but it looks like a little bear.
Yeah, but Opie was a German Shepherd. My dog that
Yeah,
died.
but you're. I heard that. It
Anyway,
almost.
but now they're all finding out that because you had to have a birth certificate to get that real ID or whatever the fuck it is, that they don't have records of birth. So now all these survivors can't have licenses, can't get passports, can't get state IDs, can't do anything. We're just stuck. Did you just retweet something while on live?
Yeah, I'm looking on Twitter for something to put on the "You're not human, Davey." Stick my tongue out at you.
He's a dick.
Well, I'm not a dick. I'm just making a statement. You're not. You have no birth certificate. You have no driver's license.
Do you know that there are people in other countries that don't have birth certificates? Like saying I'm not a human doesn't make sense.
You're an alien.
Sure.
You're an illegal alien. So what is that?
I'm not a legal alien.
Yes,
I was
you are.
born here. Ugh.
Listen, remember, people. Come on, you fucker. This is what you're fighting for.
Who is that? Nancy Pelosi?
It's Pelosi. It's Pelosi. It is.
Oh my god! Look at her boobs.
They're huge. Those
know.
things. Do you think they're real?
No.
No, you don't think so?
They're not saggy enough.
Gam don't got some real boobas. She got the boobas done a while ago. You think she still gets fucking work done to her tits? Could you imagine being 90 years old and getting your tits done? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You got to play that video with the urns. What I sent you on TikTok. Did I send it to you?
No.
Shit. Here, I'll send it to you now.
You send me urn videos?
No. It's fucking hilarious, I promise.
Last night we let the liquor talk. Nope. That's not what I want. Nope, that's not what I want either. There, view profile. Let's go down to favorites. Let's see.
Here, play this video.
Did you send it to my phone?
No, I sent it on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
I'm not stupid.
You're scared of bears and you've never seen one. and you wanted me to believe that you're not stupid.
Only black bears. I would cuddle. a
So
polar
you're
bear.
racist now. What the fuck? Holy shit, Cal. My goodness gracious. I do not.
They're smaller.
Can this work? Can this work? It'd be great.
Jesus Christ. You need to take a fucking Valium, dude.
Oh yeah, I do. I've been on one. Listen, listen, it hasn't been a good week for me. It's been a good week and it hasn't been a good week at the same time. Like Tuesday.
Good night, Wibby.
Night, Wibby. Tuesday I had that thought in my head.
Why didn't you call me?
Because I didn't want to fucking talk to anybody. Yeah. Tuesday was almost the last day. I was at a point. I was at a breaking point. But I fell asleep early.
Did you hear about that Call of Duty cosplay guy?
Which one?
Inquisitor.
No.
He committed suicide on TikTok Live last week.
I did hear that was true.
Yeah, I saw the video last night. It's terrible.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I guess girl was making false accusations about him.
This is dude. This is just feel like that is what fucking the person who does that should be arrested.
It was her and her boyfriend that were doing it. And yeah, I do agree they both should be arrested.
Because you can ruin somebody's fucking life. You get somebody to take their own life because you get this fucking harebrained scheme that, hey, maybe we can make some money. Maybe let's get some popularity. And kids nowadays don't want to fucking do anything. They don't want to work or nothing. So how do they? Oh, let's make false accusations. And all it does is, once again, I've said it before on the show and I'll say it again. It takes people like you and makes people go and question fucking the shit that you went through. And it's fucking garbage. And they should be fucking called out. Listen, I get it. Yeah.
Oh, they are being called out.
Well,
but it's hard to find the video. I had to go to a pretty dark website, not the dark web, but a fucked up website. No, not Pornhub.
Lively.
But he the one that's going around is after he hung himself. I guess his neighbors were watching the live and they broke into his apartment through the sliding glass door, but they weren't able to save him.
They should go to fucking jail.
They should
go to jail for second-degree murder.
And I think the girl's bragging about it too.
Well, speaking of death, let's share the video.
It's great. It is. It's fucking amazing.
Who are you?
Oh. Have I not been on? What the fuck? I wonder why I thought I sounded like shit. That's great. The first 20 minutes is just going to be me through the fucking speakerphone.
I'm just here to assist Senator Johnson. Senator Johnson died. Is that his urn? Senator Johnson is doing just fine. I don't think so. Why? Because he's compressed into a fine powder. He's still a person. This feels like discrimination. So it relates. Senator O'Connor had a late night. Senator O'Connor, who passed away, many bills, and she's here and she's doing just fine. I hate this. Senator O'Connor and Senator Johnson have died. They have passed away. How can they possibly hold their seats in office? Because she's a woman, isn't it? No, it's because she's not alive. Oh, I'm sorry. So just because she's moved on to the afterlife, she can't be an elected official? Yes, that is what I'm saying. Wow, it sounds to me like you just don't believe in women. No, that is not the case here. I believe the senator deserves an apology. I'm sorry, Senator. She says it's fine, but you should give her $20 out of your wallet. I'm sorry. If Senator O'Connor is getting $20, then I think Senator Johnson should also get $20. Well, Senator O'Connor thinks you should shut up and stop making everything about you. Well, Senator Johnson thinks that you need to stay in your lane if you don't want to catch these hands today. Excuse me, guys. I know the president is supposed to join you for this meeting, but he is not feeling too hot right now. He perhaps consumed too much.
How many fucking blazers does this girl own? Jesus, Christmas Carol.
How many urns does she own?
Yeah, that too. Look at it. How do you have so many urns? Just preparing.
I know. Keep playing. It's so funny.
Cheese, because he's going through a bad breakup and he's not taking care of himself like he should be. So he's gonna be taking the rest of the day off and take a much needed nap. So see you guys tomorrow. When did the president die? Let's begin today's meeting, shall we? Who are you? Oh.
It's so accurate, though.
It is. It is. I'm surprised Dianne Feinstein still doesn't hold a fucking seat right now.
She did vote on a bill after her death.
Bro. They literally were like, they literally propped her up and they said, just say yes. And she's like, well, I think, the kids and they're like, just say yes. Yes. I don't fucking.
Oh, did I tell you about Owen when they were voting out McCarthy as Speaker of the House? So I had a C-SPAN up on my TV watching the vote. He's like, what are they doing? I was like, they're voting the Speaker of the House out. And he was like, why are they having a party? I'm like, what? He's like, everyone's going, yay. Yes, definitely. So I had to explain to him, yay is yes, nay is no. But he's like, I just think they're having a party. I'm like, well, with McCarthy being out, yeah, we should.
I have to look into it because I know that they're having a debacle now with who.
Well, Steve Scalise dropped out, and now Jim Jordan won an internal vote. So now they're going to see if he can win the final vote.
An internal vote?
Like within the Republican Party.
Oh. Well, let's put the other video that you showed me. That, is another fucked up true interpretation of what life is like today.
I feel bad for parents nowadays and sex ed teachers because you have to be able to explain the birds and the bees, the bees and the bees, the birds and the birds that used to be bees, the bees that used to be birds, the birds that look like bees, plus bees that look like birds but still have a fucking stinger. I feel bad.
I love the fact that it's in with an Australian, a fucking stinger. Just makes it better.
Well, Haley was just telling me, she's sent me a picture of her sim, and she's like, doesn't he look so gender? Like, what in the fuck does that mean? Apparently, being a femboy means you look gender.
They're the smartest dumb generation out there.
They are.
I'm just betwixt.
Oh, our Discord server was going nuts yesterday with these two playing tic-tac-toe, and they both lost, and then they were just GIF warring it up. It was great.
Well,
but what?
One of our favorite. I don't understand. What don't you understand?
The gender thing? I don't either. If looking gender, I thought that was metrosexual, but
yeah,
I don't know.
That's what I thought too. By the way, have you seen Righteous Gemstones? You've never seen Righteous Gemstones?
Okay. No, I'm kind of like in a weird thing where I can't watch any new shows.
Why? Righteous Gemstones?
I was going into full-blown panic attacks and nightmares watching the show Suits, which is about corporate lawyers.
You're a weirdo.
Okay. It's a trauma response, apparently.
Not being able to watch different shows or watching a show about Suits.
Not being able to watch new shows. Like you can only watch, it's like when you have high anxiety and you watch a show you've seen 1,000 times, you know what's going to happen. I don't know. That's what my therapist said. And he's a pretty smart guy. So
speaking of Congress, this is the lovely Matt Gaetz, right? We know him. We love him. We think he's our favorite cocaine addicted congressman. who is from the great state of Florida.
Okay.
Now, Matt Gaetz in the next couple years will look like this. That is Baby Billy from Righteous Gemstones. And I will play a little piece of I hope I could still just oh no. Oh no. I didn't put it on. This
But while he's doing that, Amanda, it's like I was having panic attacks watching Suits, but then 50 Shades of Grey calmed me down, which it probably shouldn't have because of what it's about.
apparently Amanda wrote a very good threesome scene for her new book.
Nice.
So,
I could have given tips. I've had a
she
lot.
wanted me to read it, and I said no, I don't read. And she's like, "Why? You just don't? You afraid?" And I'm like, "No, I would lose interest in the first 30 seconds." But this will be Matt Gaetz when he gets out of Congress.
Colds, flus, streps, even COVIDs. Every disease cured with ease by this blessed formula based on ancient scripture.
Who the fuck is this?
Drink this tasty.
This is Baby Billy. This is from the show Righteous Gemstones on HBO with John Candy, Danny McBride, the dude from Pitch Perfect. It is such the bumper from Pitch Perfect.
Oh, okay.
This is such a great. I haven't seen season 3 yet, which I have to. I have to listen. I've been in a funk, man. I still have clothes I haven't put away in 2 weeks. I've been in a fucking funk.
People put clothes away?
I haven't even done. I have gone through almost my entire laundry.
Do you wash it first?
What? My clothes?
Yeah, like at least you wash.
No, I
them?
have clothes. I have clothes. I have. That's how much fucking laundry. That's how much clothes I have. I have more clothes than most women. Okay. I have an addiction.
I have like 2 closets full.
I have.
And half of them don't even fit.
Dude, she left, right? And my closet is 3/4 full. Hell. And I have a drawer. I have a whole dresser under my TV. There's 2 dressers under my bed and one next to my night that's connected to my bed. And most of those are filled with my clothes. I have a problem. But this is Baby Billy. This will be Matt Gaetz in the future.
Coconut silkiness every morning, and that's it. It's done. $100 for a 1-month jug. Additional jugs only $65 a pop, and I make nothing. Zero. By the time I pay my scientists, all the people in my lab, my developers, the lab rats, it's a wash. Well, why you do it then, Baby Billy? 'Cause I'm selfless, and I want to heal as many people as the dear Lord will let me.
Baby Billy.
Ah, damn it.
Uncle Baby Billy, we see you.
Ain't nobody here named Baby or Billy?
Dude, we see half your body right now.
Look at his car. He's got a Miata. He's the fucking best. I'm telling you, this show, if you have not watched it, is probably one of the best shows on HBO right now. It is fucking hilarious. What are you think about?
Vampire Diaries is on HBO Max.
Vampire Diaries sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
You're just jealous
What am I jealous about? Vampires?
because of how hot Damon is.
Who?
Damon.
Who the fuck is Damon?
Then how do you know it sucks if you don't know who Damon is?
Because it sucks. It's about vampires
Yeah, but
and diaries.
well, no. The
No, what?
diaries part is the town's founders and ancestors wrote journals about the town's history, about the vampire problem. That's where the diaries part comes in. So it's like historic journals. Those are kind of cool to read.
Anyway, we have a video from our number 2 fan because Chris is number 1, even though he doesn't listen or watch anymore.
Well, no, he watches afterwards. He's at Pool League.
Whoopi just sent this to me.
What are we watching?
I have no idea.
If there's a bear, I'm gonna die.
There's concrete roof. He hit a cement truck. It looks like he hit a cocaine truck.
Oh, fuck.
It looks like a sad face, doesn't it?
It's Sacrifice, the train version. One of the comments.
But what I wanted to... yeah, go ahead.
Well, what I was saying before we went live, and you said to wait till we go live. So I got notified from both 23andMe and Ancestry.com that I needed to change my password and add 2-step authentication because someone hacked into my account. And it's been happening to a lot. I'm 20% Ashkenazi Jew. So
I mean, you didn't think you were?
No, I'm saying I am.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
But someone is hacking into accounts and taking information from anyone that is Ashkenazi Jewish.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I've heard a couple people have said, I have a friend on TikTok, his name is Baby Viking, and he said that he got some of his stuff taken, and one of the guys at my job said he got his stuff taken also. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I mean, he's a redhead, so I don't think Ashkenazi Jews are redheads, but I digress.
But I don't know about everyone else, but I got the first email I got from 23andMe was that there was a data breach and that if your information was taken, then they would email you. And then I got the second email saying that my information was taken and they believe it's because of how high of Ashkenazi Jew I am. I need a gun.
I mean, you have 37 bow and arrows, so I mean, you could just throw a fucking bow and arrow at them.
Why are you so fucking jealous of my crossbow?
I'm not jealous. I just
bow and arrow.
You have a bow and arrow. It's fucking beautiful, but you'll never use it because you have MS. You can't pull the bow back.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can. Babe, bring me my longbow. I have I want
right in the Ashkenazi Jewish nose. But listen, hey, Fart Face, I want to get your take on this.
I'm listening.
All right. So, do you know about the San Diego Padre pitcher that was accused of beating a woman?
No, but okay.
So his name is Trevor Bauer. He was and the girl's name is Lindsay Seahill. So this guy made a couple videos of it. There's a couple videos of her on the news talking about it. But I mean, I wanted to kind of get your take on it because
she was physically or sexually assaulted.
I think she said both.
Okay.
I think she said she was both by him. But
Lindsay Seahill, another fucking California girl or someone straight from fucking hell who thinks that they can come into a man's life, ruin it with a fucking lie, and then take everything that he's worked hard for. I hope Lindsay Hill goes to fucking prison for this shit.
Star pitcher for the Dodgers. A text Lindsay Hill sent to a friend before she ever even met me. What should I steal? She asked another in reference to visiting my house for the first time. The answer? Take his money. So how might that work? I'm going to his house Wednesday, she said. I already have my hooks in. You know how I roll. Then, after the first time we met, net worth is 51 mil. she said. Bitch, you better secure the bag, was the response. But how is she going to do that? Need daddy to choke me out, she said. Being an absolute whore to try to get in on his 51 million, read another text. Then, after the second time we met, former Padres pitcher Jacob Nix told her, you got to get this bag. I'll give you 50,000, Lindsay replied. Her AA sponsor asked her at one point, do you feel a tiny bit guilty? Not really, she replied. Since then,
Who's
her
this
legal team has
talking?
approached me multiple
That's
times
the
about getting
pitcher.
into a financial settlement.
That's Bauer.
Okay.
He's the one who's being accused.
As I have done since day one, I refuse to pay her even a single cent. In August of 2021, Lindsay Hill's claims were heard in court. And during those legal proceedings, critical information was deliberately and unlawfully concealed from me and my legal team. Information like this video, which was taken by Lindsay Hill herself the morning after she claimed she was brutally attacked, emotionally traumatized, and desperate to get away from me. And now we have the metadata, so there can be no dispute. It was taken mere minutes before she left my house on the morning of May 16th, 2021.
They withheld it from his lawyers.
So
How fucked up is that?
does it disprove a rape?
It disproves that she was there after she said that she was trying to get away.
Where did he say that?
You just said that. Were you listening or you just off in your
Yeah.
fucking la la land?
I was listening. I
You
thought
were
it
in
was
your
fine.
fucking la la land.
He said it was taken the morning after she
this
left the
video,
house.
which was taken by Lindsay Hill herself the morning after she claimed she was brutally attacked, emotionally traumatized, and desperate to get away from me. And now we have the metadata, so there can be no
Okay,
dispute.
desperate to
It
get
was
away
taken
from
mere
me is
minutes
not
before she left my
trying.
house.
So why would she be there making that video just like that?
I don't know. It doesn't disprove rape.
House on the morning of May 16th, 2021, without my knowledge or consent, of course. In it, you can see her lying in bed next to me while I'm sleeping, smirking at the camera without a care in the world, or any marks on her face. I think it paints a pretty clear picture of what actually happened the evening of May 15th and why the video was originally concealed from us. After hearing the evidence available to her, Judge Diana Gold
Didn't say
Sullivan found that
trying,
Lindsay
said
Hill had
desperately
misled the court.
wanted.
She found her claims to be materially misleading. She denied her request for a domestic violence restraining order, and she found that no sexual assault or non-consensual conduct took place. Now, some of you might not know about restraining order hearings. I know I didn't, but I've since learned that it's extremely rare for a request for a restraining order to be denied because
No,
the
it's
standard
not.
of proof that you need to obtain one is
What do
extremely.
you mean?
It's not rare to have it denied
Why?
because it's not rare. When I started as an advocate for my training, I sat in court all day, every day with victims trying to get restraining orders. It's not as easy as people think it is.
Why not? How many times are you gonna fucking light that thing?
I don't know. Because it's not. You have to prove to the judge that you are in fear of your life and that fear and threat is imminent or you get denied.
Okay, but she said she did fear for her life and everything like that.
Okay, but she would have to prove that threat was imminent and she was in imminent danger. Now, he is a baseball player and travels the country a lot, which probably was a factor because he's not always where she's at. So it's not unheard of that she would have gotten denied, and it is not rare at all.
I agree.
I've gotten denied some.
How could she not get away while videoing? Put it down and leave.
I'm
She
just
should
saying what she said. That the thing is that video does not disprove that a rape existed. Nothing in the text messages that he showed said anything about hitting her
But nobody
face.
said it. But he didn't say anything about rape.
No, well, you said both at first, but nothing in the text that he said anything about her accusing of getting hit in the face. So why did he point out that there's no bruises on her face? Because
But
I
she
can
says
tell
it-
you.
She says it later.
Okay, but they don't hit your face. They hit you in the back of the head. They hit you in your chest. They hit you in your back. They hit you where bruises can't be seen. That is a very common tactic.
This is why I'm asking you this, because you're used to getting hit where nobody could see.
Low. So you can make of that what you will. The fact is, I was never arrested. I was never charged with a crime, and I won the only legal proceeding that took place without my side of the story even.
Has he denied it yet?
And most importantly,
believe so.
as I've said from day one, I never sexually assaulted Lindsay Hill or anyone else for that matter. So I sued her, which prompted her to countersue me. Quite frankly, regardless of the outcome in court, I've paid significantly more in legal fees than Lindsay Hill could ever pay me in her entire life. And I knew that would be the case going in. But the lawsuit.
How far into
was
the
never about
video is
money
it?
for me. It was the only.
Almost like 40 seconds left.
So he's 3 minutes in, and this is the first time he denied it. Happy now?
You should put that up behind you. You leave
Yeah.
that behind it. Fucking Zelda. Come on. Come on, Zelda. Come on, Link. Put it up behind you.
way for
Well,
me
he was trying to get the backstory and everything like that before he could deny it.
Okay,
He-
if you were accused of rape, would you
Sexual assault. Sexual assault. Could be different.
Sexual assault is the same thing as rape. They just changed the name. If you
critical
were
information to clear my name. The discovery process in that lawsuit recently concluded, at which point Lindsay Hill's legal team again came to us with another proposal to resolve the case. This time, however, they weren't seeking any money from me. Having received much of the information that had been hidden from us, a small portion of which I've referenced here, I was willing to agree to the terms proposed. Both parties would drop their respective lawsuits, and neither of us would pay either side any money. I also retained my right to speak publicly about the case, something I have not been at liberty to do since June of 2021.
Lindsay C.
Is this
The video? Lindsay Hill is on this fucking interview and she's like joking around, and then this DV survivor gets on, is like, that's not funny. Why the fuck are you joking about it?
so? What hurts your feelings the most? And they call you Lindsay Smollett, or when they call you Kobe Bryant's accuser? Which one do you piss you off the most?
Oh my gosh. I mean, like I said, I have always, and it's got me in a lot of trouble, my coping with humor skills. That's what gets me through. So Smollett's a pretty.
Which you do.
So here's the thing. So I pressed charges against the man that kidnapped and raped and trafficked me. No charges came. Does that mean it didn't happen? He didn't get arrested. He didn't go to jail. Does that mean it didn't happen?
If you say it did.
Okay. So so it took him over 3 minutes to deny the claims, which if you're going to sit there and say that you didn't do something, why don't you say that first instead of basically showing text messages, showing a video that doesn't really mean anything.
So right off, so you're saying that in order for it to be true, he had to do it right from the jump.
I'm not saying in order for it to be true, but okay. So, good night.
Night, Amanda.
So my ex got or asked to get a restraining order against me. He petitioned. In my defense, I knew he wasn't near his phone when I called 125 times in an hour. He worked as
wait,
hold on. Wait.
Oh, wait. How many times?
125. You got to hear the whole story.
I just wanted to hear it again. You called 125 times
so
in 1 hour.
He was a mechanic and worked at a mechanic at a bowling alley. So I would call if I needed to talk to him because I knew he couldn't hear his phone over the machines because it was in the office. So I knew I wasn't bothering him. But I had gotten a new phone and I realized that it had a counter. So I was like, okay, I wonder if I can get it to 3 digits. And then I got to 100. And I was like, I wonder if I can get it to 1,000. And then eventually I just stopped. So we went in and were talking to the judge. And I told exactly that to the judge. And he's like, So you're not denying that you called 125 times? No, sir. Or I was like, no, Your Honor. And he's like, and you did it because of a counter on your phone. I was like, Your Honor, I have not once denied that I'm not batshit crazy. I totally am. The judge started laughing. And he said to my ex, he's like, in all the years that I've been doing this, not once have I had a defendant use the defense, I'm batshit crazy. So I'm inclined like not to give it to her. And I was like, listen, Your Honor, I understand he feels he needs this. And if that's what's going to make him feel better, go ahead and give it to him. I'm not denying what I did. I definitely did it. I take responsibility. I probably shouldn't have, but I have
So
issues.
your abuser got a restraining order
No,
on
he wasn't
you.
an abuser. This was
Oh.
not my ex-husband. I
Oh.
was like, but I don't want it because I want to still have contact with him. I love him, you know, and
Who's
I
this?
want
Your
to,
ex-boyfriend or
yeah, the guy I was dating when I left and escaped my parents. I was crazy.
Paco?
Ruben.
I don't like how you said it at the side of your mouth. Ruben.
Anyway, so that's how innocent people act. They admit to what they did. They like, if I hadn't done it, the very first thing I would have denied it. Now, when I went with my parents and I said they did this, 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 and this, oh, but I know, but she's the abuser. She's the problem. She did this. Here's texts from her. Here's emails from her. Here's this, this, and this. And it got so bad at one point, the judge said to my father, if she's such an abuser and such a bad person and all these things are true, why do you want contact with her? It's like people act a different way. Now, I don't know what happened, but that video of her alone and those text messages are not proof enough that nothing happened. But going off his behavior, he wanted to trash her first. He wanted to make her look like the bad guy, which is a narcissistic trait. And it took over 3 minutes with 40 seconds left in the video to deny the claim and say that he didn't do it. He's showing more red flags than she is, in my opinion. Now, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. That's not very much to go off of. But that video doesn't prove or disprove that an assault happened. I mean, I know what it's like to lay next to someone and act all happy and everything like that and go home and realize how traumatized you are. So that's not proof of anything, and that probably wouldn't have held very much weight in court anyway. Yeah, Amanda, I've been trying to stay away from that case. I don't even have the mental capacity for that case right now. I knew shit was going on a long time ago, and a lot of people knew, and nobody did anything, but now everybody wants to talk about it. And I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about all the assholes on
Called 8
TikTok.
Passengers?
Yeah, the woman, she's a Mormon and she has a family vlogging YouTube channel. And one of the kids snuck out and had ligatures or tape, I think, on his ankles, was bruised, said they hadn't been eating or hadn't been feeding him. And now everything that everybody was concerned about all along, people are actually talking
Can I
about.
present it, or do you not want me to?
I
pull
really
it up?
would rather you not. Can't with
I don't
Mormons
like
right now.
I don't, this fucking episode, you don't want bears up. You don't want 8 Passengers YouTube. You don't want a lot of things, Cal, today, and I don't like it.
Okay, children being tied up and kept in cages. Well, I already told you I'm having a lot of trauma responses and anxiety about it. Do you really think it's a good idea?
Is the moon in fucking Vegas right now? I don't know what fuck that is supposed to mean, but
My anniversary just passed. My aunt liked a couple of my TikTok videos. I've been going through it too. I'm just not talking about it.
I'm sorry. The anniversary
Of my escape was September 24th, 14 years.
Okay. And you don't like your aunt?
My aunt was part of it.
Why would she
And
like your videos? That's weird. How do you know that's
I
her?
don't think she did it on purpose. I think she was.
multiple videos.
It was 3.
Friday the 13th. Yeah,
I
you're
don't
right.
care
Mo.
about that.
You're right. It is Friday.
But it was. I don't think she meant to, because when I went to that video and looked through the likes, her name wasn't there. So I think she accidentally liked it when she was going through all my videos.
All right,
But I have a new phone number now, so they can't get a hold of me, and they can go fuck all the way off for all I care. But it's like,
I get it. Well, here's her on TV really quickly.
Markings on your body. I want to play a portion of his video in which he plays I would say, interesting video of you in his bed. Watch.
In August of 2021, Lindsay Hill's claims were heard in court. And during those legal proceedings, critical information was deliberately and unlawfully information taken by Lindsay was desperate to. And now we have the metadata, of course. Who originally concealed from us. A picture of what actually happened the evening of May 15th and why the video was originally concealed from us.
Lindsay, I think there are a lot of sexual assault survivors who would say you don't look traumatized there and you don't look beaten. And this is allegedly after you say that he brutally attacked you and you had bruises all over your body. You had bruises all over your face. I don't see any bruises there. And I certainly don't see a woman who's.
I mean, I don't like the way
number one,
lady's questioning. I don't like the way the
number
lady's
one, though,
her.
bruises generally don't show up right away. So she could have gone home and they went up. But look at this picture. Do I look like I was trafficked, raped, beat that day?
Is that you?
Yeah. And these are my
That's
kids.
not you.
Blocked out. Yeah, it is.
That did not even. That looks like Ghislaine Maxwell.
I know. I was forced to look like Ghislaine Maxwell.
Were
and
you
what
really?
about that one? Mm-hmm. Do I look like I was beat, raped, trafficked?
That really looks like Haley.
I know, but do I?
No.
Just answer. Okay, so I look totally normal in those videos. So again, that's not proof enough to say because she didn't have bruises on her face or bruises and she didn't look traumatized in that video, it's not enough to say that it didn't happen. I'm not saying it did, but it's not enough to say that it didn't.
Who's just been traumatized by something horrible.
Again, super valid. I think that I woke up that morning and the best way to explain that video is I hadn't seen my entire body yet. I had no idea what had happened considering, I was unconscious for most of it. I had no idea what had happened to my full body.
But if it was that severe, wouldn't you already feel pain? Wouldn't you already have bruises on your face? I mean, you say that he punched you in the face. So you mentioned the markings on your body.
So, I mean, if she said she got punched in the face, nothing.
Where's video or pictures from 2 days later?
I don't know. I saw those videos and I figured they would be up.
Well, and that's the thing is, like I said, videos or bruises, they don't always show up right away. Now, if he breaks the skin, yeah, that will show up. But the movies give a false sense of how it looks because they hit someone in a movie and they instantly bruise up, and that's not how it happens.
I mean, you never seen a fight? Then don't their like eyes get all bright red and?
No, I mean, you're talking about what, like an MMA fight?
Like in boxing, MMA, like you get
Okay,
punched
but
in the face.
that's different.
How is that different?
Did he have boxing gloves on?
Well,
was he hitting her to knock her out? Like, was that?
She said she was unconscious. I think she said
her being unconscious doesn't mean that was his intention, and it also doesn't mean she was unconscious. She could have dissociated. If you dissociate, you don't remember, and some people think they're unconscious.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You could disassociate that much?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've disassociated before, but I've never disassociated to the point where I thought
Dude,
I was
once I woke up out of a dissociative state like 3 days later. I had no idea what happened in those 3 days.
For fucking 3 days?
So, yeah. So
Wait, hold on. Am I bringing up something bad? Because
No,
we
it's
don't
fine.
have to go there. Okay.
So I don't know why I went out to my ex's apartment. I don't remember a lot
You
of
told the
things.
judge you're fucking insane. That's
No.
why.
This is my ex-husband.
Oh.
I don't know why I went out to
Oh.
his apartment, but I had my
After your
friend.
ex-husband, you became insane.
Shut up. God, let me fucking talk. So my friend picked me up. I went to his apartment. He was out in the parking lot and he threw me across the parking lot. And I had like the police officer, when he testified, said that my road rash looked like I fell off a motorcycle. Like, that's how bad it was. And
I don't like, I mean, you both were tiny people.
I know, but let me finish. So after, I know, right? After the altercation, I went straight to the police. I filed a police report. Pictures were taken, which I found out in court. Went home. It was like 2 days later. I called my friend and I'm like, where is he? I don't want to say his name on air.
Yeah.
And she's like, he's back in jail. I'm like, what did he do?
Did you?
I had no idea. And my friend was like, you didn't notice all the marks on you? I'm like, oh, I always have marks on me. I had no idea. And he had been out of jail for a month. So he got a violation of probation and immediately went back to jail. And I had no idea what happened. I remember bits and pieces, but I haven't even I don't even remember the fight. And that's the thing is, when she says she was unconscious, she might not have been. She might have been dissociating, which if she's had trauma before in her life, it's very easy for you to dissociate. But you essentially just check out and your mind just blanks out. So you don't know what's going on and you don't always get those memories back. There was a lot of times that I thought I was unconscious, but other people were telling me that I wasn't. I was walking around, but I was dissociated. I just never made the memories.
The human body is fucking weird.
But it's a defense mechanism.
Like your body just shuts off like memory.
Not your body, your brain. Like your body still works, but it's a way so you don't have to remember the traumatic event. It's very common. That's why, and there's repressed memories and things like that. But just because she says she was unconscious doesn't mean she was. She could have been, but she also could have been dissociated. But like I said, his behavior screams narcissist to me. Now, I'm not saying he did anything to her, but he's an asshole. Like, he definitely is an asshole. And I wouldn't doubt that something happened. Because he worried more about trashing her name, showing her text messages, than denying the claims.
She threw his name on. She tried to railroad his entire life. I think he got thrown out of the MLB because of it.
Okay, but let's say that happened to you. How long would it take you to, when you're making a video, making your case, telling your side of the story, how long would it take you to say these claims are untrue?
I don't know. If I had facts and stuff like that, I'd probably show facts first and say,
No,
these
you
are all the
wouldn't.
facts. Look at this.
Human nature is to deny it first. An innocent person would deny it first, not trash the alleged victim.
I don't know, because for me, like I guess it's the type of denial, because I just go, are you out of your fucking? Because I did it. I did it when Madison, when we talked about Madison.
Yeah, and
I
I
went
already
to the therapy
told
with
you how
Madison.
poorly you handled that situation.
Exactly. So none of us are versed in it. Yeah, I did handle it
Okay,
poorly, but the first thing I said was, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
He has an attorney. He has a lot more resources than you. He has a PR team.
How do you know he still has that? He might not have that.
Because he still has that. He went to court.
How?
He has an attorney.
Okay, but the attorney would tell you, this is how you make an apology. Maybe the attorney wrote the apology. Maybe somebody else wrote not the apology, but wrote it out for him.
It doesn't look like he's reading.
He might not have read it. He might have memorized it, or it might be on the thing where it could have just, or in front of him or something like that. You don't know.
I was
Maybe
just saying,
yeah, I'm just saying too. Maybe
nothing
somebody
nothing about his video looks like
say
an
you don't
innocent
like men.
person to me.
Just say you
I
don't like
love
men.
men. I hate women.
But you rather have sex with women, though.
No, I said, yeah, well, yeah. They know how to eat pussy better. It's not a guy's fault. You didn't even know where G spot till my daughter
I
told you
knew
where
where
it
the
was.
G spot was.
You
Listen,
did not. We had to tell you.
yeah, your 20-year-old daughter had to teach me where the fucking G spot was.
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so proud of her too. She's trying to make an AI commit suicide. I will never forget that. Listen, can I just go to her wedding so I can announce that whenever she gets married? Excuse me.
Nobody's gonna marry that kid.
I don't think she's gonna marry anybody. She's a good looking girl, and I think that she would have guys fall in love with her, but I don't think I think she'd be like a Kill Bill kind of person. I think she'd try to get guys to fall in love with them just so she can murder them.
Probably. I believe it. Amanda, get my number from him. I'm always awake in the middle of the night. If you ever need to talk, just call me. And that's the thing. Like right now, I know that a memory's surfacing because I'm smelling things and I'm feeling anxiety and I'm feeling the things that I felt when whatever happened took place, but I can't remember it right now. But it's coming.
What do you think? What do you mean you're smelling things?
I don't want to say.
Like things from your past that like you can smell like a familiar smell kind of, but you have no idea?
I keep smelling dead bodies.
I didn't ask you what you fucking smelled. I told you to go. I gave you a way around it, you nutso.
Well, whatever. I'm smelling dead bodies and I'm feeling anxious and I'm having nightmares where I'm screaming out and Mitch thinks I'm like yelling at the dog, but the dog's out with him. But there's a memory surfacing. I don't know what it is.
My ex didn't have one.
Remember the thing I told you about when I had to shoot someone?
Uh-huh.
So before I remembered that, I smelled citrus, like a citrusy smell, coffee, and something burning for weeks. Everyone thought I was losing my mind. And then all of a sudden, I was on a TikTok live and went into the flashback, and the memory came up.
So you repressed? Whoa. So you repressed that memory for all those years?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
So in the 26 years that I was trafficked, if I took all the memories I have and lined them up back to back, it'd be probably about 1.5 years worth. Like, because most of them are just little snippets. Like, I don't remember a lot of things that went on. And it's like, when I did that interview last week, there's my dad bought the new Super Marios for Nintendo. And I remember my mother taking me to leave the house because I remember them starting to play the game. And when we came back, they were still playing. And my mother said, "Holy shit, like you're still playing? It's been hours." Don't remember anything in between. I completely blocked out what happened. But when I say sales and things like that, I remember up to and after. I don't remember the actual sale. Or a lot of some of them I do, but a lot of them I don't.
Like garage sales?
No, when I was being sold for sex, jackass.
Oh, fucker. Jesus. I 26 years and only 1.5 years.
Yeah, that's really common. And I've been smelling that too. I've been smelling, it's like, I don't want to say like a dirty man, but like kind of like a man that like went to the gym and put cologne and deodorant on to try to cover up the smell. Like I'm smelling that too.
Like Axe body spray?
Okay, but that didn't exist back then, but yeah.
Yes, it did.
Did it? In the 80s?
Axe
I
body
don't
spray
remember.
in the 80s and 90s? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. In the 90s it was more popular, but
I thought it
think.
was Old Spice, but that's the thing. Like I can smell this. I can smell the dead body. I can smell the man that was in the room with the dead body, me, but I don't know anything else.
Hold on, you just cut out. Did you just say with the dead body behind you?
In the room with us. I know this memory involves a dead body because I can smell the dead body. Like I'm driving Mitch nuts. I had to get like a whole bunch of air fresheners to put in my rooms to try to cover up because that's a thing. Like, your sense of smell is like the strongest sense that is attached to memories. So sometimes you won't even remember it, but you will remember the smell. And you always, in a memory, you always remember how it smells. That's why with the whole thing about Christina Blasey Ford, God, I can't remember what her fucking name is, Cobbin something. She said the senator during the hearing said, "What are things you'll never forget?" And she said they were laughing, they were partying, they were this. She never said, "I never forget the smell of him laying on top of me. I never felt how it, or I'll never forget how it felt him being on top of me." Like she didn't go through her sense, any other sense except what she heard. Now, I truly believe that an assault happened to Christina Blasey Ford, but I think she was gaslit into thinking that it was Kavanaugh. And I think she truly believes that it was Kavanaugh, but I don't think it was. None of her family came out and spoke out and defended her. None of them showed up. But that's the thing. Your sense of smell is the one scent that is always attached to a memory.
I'm gonna shut my nose from now on because I don't want to remember. That's one of the biggest fears of mine is I'm gonna smell something and bring it back to a memory of like, oh, that's why I have that feeling. Oh, that's why I don't want anybody near that place of my body.
Yeah.
What part? The part that you wipe.
Your asshole?
Yeah.
Well, and that's
Listen, that's the fastest place I wash on my body. I'm just like, okay, done. I'm out of there.
I mean, it could be any number of things. It could be something as stupid as you took a shit in a public bathroom and people made fun of you. Or you had shit stains on your pants. I mean, it could be something as stupid as that, or it could be something much worse. What?
The poop stains.
It was a poop stain.
Listen, I used to wear tighty whities. My parents traumatized the shit out of me.
Everybody wore tighty whities.
Yeah, but I was a bigger boy, and I was special.
You looked good, all plump.
I did not look good, all plump.
I like fat people.
Yeah,
look at Mitch.
Mitch is a beautiful man. Don't you?
He is beautiful. I didn't say he wasn't, but he's overweight.
Talk about Mitch that way. Dare.
He's big and squishy.
Mitch takes very good care of you. You do not.
I never said he didn't.
Stop besmirching that man's name.
I'm not.
You are.
Why do you think the man is on a diet and going to the gym? Because he thinks he's skinny?
No.
It's time for the tit. You're bothering me.
Well, that was another banger of a show. That is fucking disgusting, okay? That is so gross. What? What? Can you stop? Jesus.
Are we getting married or something?
No.
Before we go, play that video.
Would you never fucking make that sound again?
Yes. Play that video, though, that Haley sent you. Well, sent me to send to you.
Which one?
The one where I said Haley thinks that this video reminds us of her, of you.
Where? On TikTok?
Mm.
I don't remember you sending me a video. You didn't say. Look at you, fucking hang. Your titty nipples are hanging out of your mouth. Your nipple titties and shit, just hanging out your mouth. You look like a baby. You look like a baby fucking not orangutan. What's the one with that fat face and it just got the drool on the side of it?
Baboon?
Yeah, no, not baboon.
Mm.
Where'd you send it?
TikTok. She's like, I feel like I'm gonna witness this at some point on y'all's podcast.
Have you ever been handcuffed? What? Like handcuffs. Have you ever been handcuffed? Sexually or by law enforcement? It's an honest.
It feels like my laugh.
It's an honest question. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Honest question. I didn't know what you meant.
Obviously law enforcement or just like for like exhibition, just fun.
You know I'm not a criminal.
And I didn't know you were a freak. Like you said sexually or you were talking about some
No, I didn't do that. Stop
Oh
it.
no, you're disgusting. Who on this earth responds with that?
Just trying to get to the bottom of the question.
I was gonna ask you like because it hurts bad.
Was yours sexually?
No.
You want?
I'm saying I recently had the opportunity.
There's no other person on this earth would be like, I got the opportunity to get handcuffed. You know what's cool? You're like a second grader on a field trip when the fire department comes. Let me grab the water hose.
I've always wanted to be stunned too.
I've always wanted to be handcuffed sometimes.
No, you're a freak bag. I don't know.
You like it?
Are you kidding me?
I'm just asking. You didn't.
They hurt the wrists. That's all I was getting.
No, they don't. Not if you hold them right. That is so us, though.
Little pink.
No, I don't know the color because I was blindfolded too. I'm just kidding. It's never happened.
Oh, I'm joking. Oh, have you ever been handcuffed?
What?
Like handcuffs. Have you ever been handcuffed?
Sexually or by law enforcement?
It's a legit question. But I just wake up and I got that video and she's like, this reminds me of you and Davy. I'm like, oh Lord.
Son of a bitch.
Tell me though that's not us. That's us.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
She loves you.
Who? Haley?
Yeah.
But why?
I'm not sure.
She wants to just teach me new things. She thinks I'm broken. She's like, let me fix this old man. Hey, old man, you know what this is?
Well, she still wants to come on and talk about Dancing Mom with us.
Okay.
Since you said she's not allowed to talk about being fisted by an anime character.
It's not being talked about fisted, but it's like she's talking about being fisted by an AI. It's just fucking weird. Like,
no, it wasn't the AI. It was the anime character. She was talking about that.
Yeah, but like how? Never mind. Never fucking mind.
She said, "I wish he was fisted."
No, I'm not fucking asking that question. That it almost. Did you see the brakes hit on my fucking brain? My brain went. Don't
like,
ask. Don't
you
finish
were
the
like
fucking sentence.
The entire episode, you're like,
because she's 20. She's
know.
20 years old, and the things that were coming out of her mouth were fucking jaw dropping. And I was like, hold on, let me give it a pen and a pad. Yeah, I mean, listen, you had more experiences than she did at that age, but holy shit.
I already had
fisting.
No, 4 kids at the age she's at right now.
You have 4 kids at 20?
I had 3 that were taken when I was trafficked.
Listen, I put a fucking pin in that one because that's got to be next week because I did not know this.
Do you watch my TikTok videos? Because I've talked about it.
You don't fucking like mine, so why should I fucking watch yours?
I just didn't like the Vampire Diary ones. I like all the other ones that pop up.
No. Anyway, but we will talk about that
I
fucking
blocked
next.
Scott today on
Why?
Twitter Because he was making fun of people that blocked him, so I blocked him for like 5 minutes so I could feel cool like them, and then I commented it.
You're a fucking
And then,
dork.
oh god, he shared a thing,
Boobies.
an article that said, "Stop asking your kids how their day was because it could be damaging." So I looked at Owen. I'm like, "How's your day?" And he's like, fine." Why? I'm like, because they said to stop asking your kid because it could damage them. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die now, Mom."
Fucking kid is amazing.
I know.
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how you spawned smart ass fucking children, but you spawned.
I'm actually very intelligent. I'm actually very intelligent. I just don't use it. I graduated high school with a 4.5 GPA. I scored a 1570 on my SATs. I'm actually really smart. I just don't use it because it's boring.
And your brain is broken.
Yeah, a little bit of that too.
Where can everybody find you? At the corner of 17th and 45th.
I not once was on a fucking corner. No, real quick though. You know, my ex-husband brought me down to Philly
Chinatown?
to show me the prostitutes down in like Philly in the ghetto.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, Philadelphia. And go Phillies, by the way. And I was like shocked that they weren't dressed like Pretty Woman. Like I was like, holy shit, like not even realizing like I essentially was a prostitute, but I was being forced to do it. But yeah, the ones on the corner, they looked weird.
Wearing a onesie?
Yeah. Anyway, you can find me at the Unbroken Podcast on all major podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Google Podcasts, and a whole bunch of other ones. I don't know what they are. You can find my foundation's website, and please donate because we need money to help sex trafficking survivors at afterthelastSaleFoundation.com. You can find me on TikTok at Beautiful Mistake 24, and all of my foundation social media is linked on the website.
And you can find me at MW Troublemaker on Twitter and Troublemaker Davy on TikTok. All my links are in the bios. And you can find me this Sunday at the Weekend Hangover and on Wednesdays at the Business Party Podcast. So with that, we will say have a wonderful weekend and enjoy yourself.
Squirrel has faked its own death and then even staged a crime scene.